Good morning, guys. It is a little bit chillier up here than I was expecting. We are in West Texas near Big Bend Ranch State Park, and it is currently 36 degrees Fahrenheit. But since Greg is downstairs having his conference call, yes, I said downstairs, I thought I would come up here and chat with you guys next to the stars of this video, our solar panels. This probably looks like a lot of solar for such a small rig, and I guess it is. We have 1,200 watts of Grape Solar panels. We have this many panels because, unlike probably 95%, maybe even higher, of campers that you're gonna see, we have no propane and we have no generator. So when we're out here in the middle of nowhere, boondocking, which is what you call when you're camping without hookups. Some people call it boondocking, some people call it dry camping. We like to refer to it as living the dream. Whatever you call it, it just means you don't have hookups. So when we're out here doing that, which is what we do 99% of the time, we need to live off of 100% the power that we generate from these panels. You're not gonna find a commercially produced camper or RV that is 100% solar powered like ours. This is the kind of thing that you see from crazy people like us who build their own campers. There are several reasons that we went with 100% solar power. You guys are gonna have to hold on one second here. That sun is coming up and it is pretty bright. So as I was saying, there are a couple of really big reasons that we wanted to be 100% solar powered, all electric in our camper. Number one, propane is a really inefficient fuel. If you're using propane for your heating, for example, there's just a lot of loss there. It's not an efficient way to heat your camper. We're heating our camper with diesel. I guess it's diesel and electric. It's a diesel heater, but obviously there is an electric component that runs a fan, throws the heat into the camper. These are very simple explanations, obviously. We knew right off the bat we weren't gonna have a propane fridge. If you guys have been following our channel for a while, you know I absolutely hate propane and absorption fridges that are the standard in campers. They are such a fire hazard. We have a compressor fridge, runs 100% off of DC electricity. As for a generator, they are noisy and they are awful for the environment. We didn't want to deal with a generator. Building an all electric, all solar powered RV does add complexity and cost over those combination systems that have propane and or generators. I'm not going to go into the deep down details of our system because Greg is going to do that in another video. So if you're interested in the full details of our electrical and our solar system, be sure you subscribe, click the bell button so that you can get notified when we post that video. In this video, we're going to take you on a semi-normal day for us out here in the middle of nowhere, living off of our solar. Now, there are a lot of videos online about boondocking on solar. I watched most of them when we were preparing to build our first rig and get on the road. And one thing I never saw mentioned in these videos was what time of year the videos were made and in what location they were. After living on the road for almost 2 years, and our previous rig was also all solar powered, I can tell you that most of the videos you're watching on YouTube are made in the height of summer. This video clearly is not. It is the end of January. We get 10-ish hours of sun per day. And those 10 hours, the first 2 in the beginning, the last 2 at the end, we're not bringing in much solar power. 14 hours a day, we're in the dark. That makes a huge difference. So even though it looks like we have all this solar and we actually have a lot of batteries compared to a lot of other rigs, when it's winter and you're only getting 10 hours of sun, you still have to be conservative in your usage. I think it's important to mention that and to point out that how we live in the winter is very different than how we live in the summer, or even how we would live in the winter in somewhere like Baja, where you're getting longer days and more sun. So just keep that in mind. And when I tell you what I'm going to attempt to do today in winter with our solar powered RV, you're gonna think I'm crazy. So I told you guys this is going to be a semi-normal day for us. Normal because Greg is working, not normal because it is actually Greg's birthday. I am going to attempt to bake Greg a birthday cake in this solar power RV in the middle of winter. Obviously baking a cake is going to use some power and we have to still do our normal things. Greg is working, we've got computers plugged in, all that good stuff. We're going to show you throughout the day what we're bringing in from our solar, what each of our appliances and gadgets is taking from our battery bank, and just kind of walk you through what it's like to boondock 100% on solar in the winter and try to bake a cake. So real quick, before I slide back down inside, I want to mention, I see a lot of people online coming up on the roof every day and cleaning their solar panels. I have to tell you guys, in our old rig, getting on the roof was not this easy, and we never cleaned our solar panels, and we drive through some really dirty, dusty conditions, and we just seem to still get power, or enough power that we're perfectly happy even though we're all on solar. So you can kind of see with the sun hitting, there's a little dust on these panels, but I have to tell you guys, these Grape Solar panels are super efficient. And again, I'm not up here every day cleaning them. It might look cool on YouTube, but who actually wants to do that every day? Not me. So before I start baking my birthday surprise for Greg, I wanted to show you guys how we monitor our solar and our consumption. So right behind me here is our Victron color control. Tells us everything we need to know at a glance. So you can see right now we're bringing in 120-ish watts from the solar. Our battery's at 61%. If you're watching this and you're thinking, oh my gosh, they're almost out of battery, then you're probably running AGM and you're probably used to only being able to discharge your batteries to 50%. AGM batteries, you can only discharge to 50%. We are using lithium batteries. We're actually using Tesla batteries. But because we're using lithium, we can discharge 100% of our batteries.
Hey, you forgot to mention.
Oh yeah.
We also have an app.
We also have an app. Victron also has an app that's really great. We can see all of our solar production, what's coming in and out. We can just do lots of really cool stuff with the Victron app.
Yeah, like you can see our history, how much power we brought in over the different days, and
yeah. It's
cool.
It is really cool, and Greg is going to go through all of that in that next video. He's so excited.
Right.
Greg really loves being on video. Can't you tell? You're so cute on your birthday. All right, I have to get to this. When Greg goes outside to get the bikes down, I'm going to tell you guys what I'm actually making so that he doesn't hear, because I didn't tell you upstairs. I'm calling it upstairs and downstairs. So I've got 2 ways that I could bake a cake in the camper. Number 1, most traditional way, is in our electric air fryer oven. This thing is awesome. We actually use it a lot. And that was originally how I was going to make the cake. But then I decided to do something different because this whole cake is different for me. And I'm actually going to make it in my Instapot. What I'm making is a Nutella cheesecake. Greg loves Nutella. And I don't think I've ever actually made a cheesecake, let alone in my Instapot. Here we go. Let's just do it. This fridge has 2 compressors and they turn on and off to regulate the temperature. So it's really hard for me to tell you exactly what the power draw is. Instead, what I'll tell you is that 24 hours a day, we have background loads that include the refrigerator, things like our control panel, our inverter, that total about 0.08 kilowatt hours. That is super snug. Hopefully that's not a problem. I'm just gonna fold my little sling over here. As you can see, our Instapot is dented because in our old camper, it didn't really have a good spot and it fell out. But it still works. So we're gonna set this for 50 minutes. All right, so let's go see what Greg is doing and figure out what we're gonna do while this cake bakes before we go for a bike ride. Hi.
Hi.
You look so comfy.
I am.
Is this like your birthday dream?
Almost. No.
What would make it 100%?
I mean, I'd like to be with friends and...
I know. COVID birthdays are crap. Trust me, I already had one.
I know.
But we're going to make the best of it. Mm-hmm. All right, so my surprise thing is cooking.
Okay.
Probably an hour, hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to do something else to it later. But after that, we could go for a bike ride when it's done cooking.
Bike's already out and ready to go.
All right. How about I do the dishes and then we play a game?
Yeah.
Got a dopamine rush, got a major league crush when you're next to me. Got my heart upon my sleeve, can I hide the way I feel when you're next to me, girl? Got the kick in every move and I fought just like a fool for you, for you. Wish I knew just what it was, but why should I make a fuss? Just stay next to me, girl, next to me, girl. Something special, don't know why, something special that I like about you, about you. There's a mystery entwined, something bigger to define about you, about you. Am I the only one to see? Got me down on my knees, taken by your gravity. And I just know you got that something special about you.
You liked that so much more than you thought you were going to.
That's correct.
Who knew you wanted to hit me so badly?
I don't want to hit you, just a little bird or little stuff.
I know, it's so cute. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
So we're done using the Instapot and we are at 64% state of charge. This means that while we were using Instapot, we were still able to bring in power to our batteries. The Instapot is actually a really great appliance for off-grid cooking. It doesn't take nearly as much power as a lot of your other appliances. I had it on for almost an hour and a half, and the most it ever took was 730 watts. And once it reached pressure, it was bouncing around 25 or 30 watts. It's actually really efficient. So we're going to go for a bike ride. When we get back, we'll see how much we've put into our batteries. Planning to turn the hot water heater on, which is electric, when we get back to take some showers. And of course we have more cooking to do. So yeah, here we go.
And every day, in every way, I just know there's something about you. Something special from the rise, something special that I like about you, about you. There's a mystery entwined, something bigger to define about you, about you. Am I the only one to see? Got me down on my knees, taken by your gravity.
Love you. So now that Greg has made himself a little sleeping cocoon here, he's gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take a shower, and yeah, just progress with our day. Hi, cute Greg. How was your nap?
Good.
So, I took a shower, but I didn't wash my hair because I didn't leave the hot water heater on long enough. I thought I had left it on long enough, but the water was just warm, not hot, and I wanted to leave you some so you could take a shower. I mean, it is your birthday. I feel like a shower is the least I could give you. I didn't want to take all the hot water on your birthday. Well, warm water.
I guess I could have made some more.
I know, I could have gotten out of the shower, turned the hot water heater back on, but I just didn't feel like it. This is why I don't like that hot water heater, and I want to go back to a diesel on-demand hot water heater. Go back as in that's what we had in the last rig. Yeah, I don't know. This one's annoying and it uses power that the other one doesn't, and
Well, unless you drive.
unless you drive. When you drive, it heats it from the coolant lines and then it's great. But yeah, I think we'll eventually switch back to a diesel hydronic. Oh well. So far though, a little over a month on the road, that's like my only regret. And it's not the end of the world because I do get nice hot showers on days that we drive or on days that I put the hot water heater on for an adequate amount of time. So, while Greg takes a shower, I'm actually going to start cooking our barbacoa tacos for tonight. Make the barbacoa meat, and then I'll get back to the birthday surprise that Greg still doesn't know what it is somehow. Or he might. I mean, he knows it's a cake, but he doesn't know what kind of cake. So,
It's a yummy cake.
it better be a yummy cake. So we're at the last couple hours of where we're gonna get in good sun and bring in good power. I have to say, right now, I am like really impressed with how well we're doing with this winter solar situation and with all of the stuff I'm doing on electric. Right, so you're gonna go out on the hammock while I finish the end of the surprise, yes? All right. It is really hard to do anything like a surprise or special when you live in 112 square feet together. Now it's just time to decorate it. So there is no award for cake decorating in my future, but this might be the cutest cake I have ever made. And I still can't believe I made it all on solar, but I'm glad it's done. Now I'm gonna put it in the fridge and we're gonna have barbacoa tacos. And there's another surprise that he has no idea is coming tonight when he gets the cake. How is it?
Really good.
Happy birthday, Greggy!
Thank you.
Happy birthday!
Good to see you.
Did you like my surprise?
Yeah. Thank you. That was very thoughtful.
I know you suspected something, but
Mm-hmm.
were you happy?
Mm-hmm.
Chat with our friends?
Yeah. It was nice to see everybody.
And now... Oh my god. Is this the most beautiful cake I've ever made? Is it?
Yeah. Look delicious. Alright, so this is your piece, and this is my piece.
So this is Nutella Cheesecake, because Greg loves Nutella.
Mmm. This is really good.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a bite. I want to taste it.
I'm giving you a bite of your piece.
Don't do that.
And the tray went to
Do
go
not
into
do
the
that.
hanger.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Mmm. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap. That is amazing. I can't believe I made that.
Me neither.
Fuck you. Screw you, man.
Definitely the best cake you ever made.
It is the best cake I've ever made. In our tiny camper, I made that cake in the Instapot.
Mm-hmm.
In the Instapot, on solar, the best cake I've ever made. Well,
You can keep that recipe.
gee, thanks.
Greg approved.
What do you think?
I need to put a stamp on.
Night is not completely over. Let's take a look at where our solar is. And then I have one more thing for you. This has really been a big day.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to tell you, it's been the most work I've ever put into a birthday.
I believe you.
Because at home, it's like I plan a party. I plan, like, the last time we were home, I planned a big surprise ski weekend with all of our friends. There was like 14 of us in a cabin. Greg thought it was just the two of us. And every person that walked in the door, Greg would yell at me, "You're a liar."
Yeah, because every time you were like, "Oh, but the last person, I swear." And I believed her, and...
But this birthday was totally different. And this one was way more work.
Mm-hmm.
And I do it again tomorrow. But I'm really glad I don't have to. Oh my God. I cannot believe we are at 85% state of charge. 23.7 volts. We have it set at max to go to 24.8. I cannot believe I used the Instapot twice, the induction cooktop once, the oven once, the microwave twice, the hot water heater, although not long enough, and we are at 85% in winter when we only get 10 hours of sun. I have to tell you, this is the most we've used the solar all winter, and I'm just blown away by what we were actually able to accomplish. This is awesome. This means at 85%, we can turn our surround sound on, we can turn our TV on, we can watch a movie, Netflix and chill. Let's end the day by looking at our day overall. In the 10 hours of sunlight we had, we produced 4.8 kilowatt hours of power from our solar panels. We used 3.1 kilowatt hours during that time and put 1.7 kilowatt hours into our batteries. If you look at the entire day though, you'll see that we used more power than we produced. January is actually the worst month for solar production in North America. So we wouldn't have this problem in July, but right now, in winter, we definitely couldn't consume this much power every day and stay off grid long term. But it is possible to splurge every once in a while. If you enjoyed this video anywhere near as much as Greg and I enjoyed his birthday cake, please leave a comment below so that we know you're watching and we'll keep making videos. See you next time.